Hey, what's up guys? This is Paul from Palmar Group. Decided to make a short quick video for you how we do the things and how you can be benefited. So this video for CDL Class A truck drivers, not for the companies, not for other business we do, like example fuel business, parking, safety. No, this video exactly for you drivers, how you can be benefited from us and how we do. Okay, so long story short story, we connect a great companies with the great drivers, right? So they need to somehow connect together. It's hard to find the good drivers, it's hard to find the good company, right? That the driver who's watching this video, he can tell how hard to find the good company who's giving the good pay, have a good equipment, good people, don't lie, always on time and stuff like this. And this is the company which is can tell how hard to find the good driver who's not late in the pickups, not late on deliveries, who's always answering the phone, have a nice work ethic. If he's got a load, he's make sure he's get the job done, right? So this is two sides, right? So we those people who have that much time to look for a good drivers and a great companies, right? So I'm not gonna talk how we getting the good drivers, right? But I'm gonna talk how we finding the good companies and how is the good company looks for us, right? So number one thing we look in the people. When you're looking for the company, we want to make sure there is a good people working there. There is a good owner of this company. That they when we come into the office, when we're meeting those people, we want to make sure we feel a good energy from it, right? They love what they do. They're not coming to work and just, oh fuck it, this and that. No, they really like what they do, or even if they don't like what they do, they're doing in a good way these things, okay? So that's what's the major criteria is exactly for me. I don't know what about others, but this is the major thing for me. How's the good company supposed to look? They have to have the good people, and from them it have to go a good energy, right? And the second thing, we have the problem, a lot of promises for the new driver which is coming from another state, for example, right? So let's say you are the driver from Georgia and the company is from Illinois, right? And then you having a conversation with them, and they're just talking about those good things, right? But we all have pluses and minuses, right? The same as you as a driver, the same as the company, the same as me as the person, and everybody else. There is always comes pluses and minuses, right? So when most the companies hiring the drivers, they're talking only about the pluses and they're forgetting about the minuses. And when you coming as a driver to the company, comes a lot of surprises. They didn't mention that they're charging escrow. They didn't mention that the payday is not on the Friday but on Monday. They never mention you about the occupational insurance and stuff like this, and then you're like, whoa, and the first impression is fucked up, right? Or you coming for orientation, nobody gives you attention, nobody give us goddamn rats, about you, just shoving you the papers and giving you a truck you ready to pull, right? So they're kind of already making a bad first impression for you, right? I'm not saying all those company does this, right? But there is a bunch of them, 80% of them, right? That's why we have a work. If it will be everybody perfect, there is no space for us, right? So that's where is the space for us comes, because we're spending a lot of time to doing cold calling, marketing our company to attract those great companies, because most of the great companies, they really don't have a shortage on drivers, right? So because they're doing a good job, good work, so it's word to mount to mount, the word goes from mount to mount, and it's not hard for them to get those people to you. The main thing, good people, and there is no surprises when the driver comes, right? If there is occupational insurance, we gotta mention those things. If they're charging the escrow, they do charge the escrow. We tell that, right? So as less as possible surprises. If we go to 48 states, if we go to East Coast, we go to East Coast. We mention those things because we know that a lot of people don't want to go to East Coast. So if you're going to East Coast, so don't wait till he will ask you, just tell right away, right? So we want to make sure we have all the information about the company, or they charge occupational insurance, or they're going to East Coast, what is their home time looks like, right? And once we collect that information and we see it's matching, it's okay if they go like 2 weeks on the road, 2-3 days home time. It's okay if they go East Coast, because it is what it is, right? So when we have the all information about what is the most important for the driver, we passing the real information to him, so he's exactly know where he's coming. Okay, he know exactly, and there is no surprises for him when he's coming to the company and start to do the paperwork or things like this. Then another half criteria is equipment, right? A lot of companies mentioning how you're gonna get the brand new truck 2018, 2019, and when you're coming there is 2013 Freightliner, dirty, never clean after another driver, missing refrigerators, which they mention is gonna be inside, missing inventors, which they mention is gonna be inside. So we do inspecting trucks by ourselves. If we find the driver, we want to make sure he's know exactly what he's gonna get, right? So if we have the driver and he's about, the old things is matching for him, he's okay with this, he's okay with the helm time, it's okay where does the company goes, everything is matching, everything is perfect, and we about to ride, we double check about the truck, what exactly truck he will get. We will get him a pictures, and we're gonna make sure it's not break it's a clean inside, it's everything what it's supposed to be. If we told it's gonna be the refrigerator, it's gonna be inside the refrigerator. We will make all the pictures, so there's not gonna be surprised that the company promised you 2018, 2019 truck, but once you came, it was completely different story, right? So we will make sure those things. What is the other things that comes? The escrow, right? A lot of companies, they do charge the escrow, right? I'm not judging for it, because it is the thing that you have to have sometimes, the escrow in most case, right? But we do some companies who's not charged the escrow, which is perfect, right? But how we dealing with the companies who's charging the escrow? We taking from them deposit $1,000 for the driver if the driver working in this company, right? And for example, something happened, he decided to quit with this company, he found a better opportunity, he don't want to deal anymore, and when he's giving a 2 weeks notice, bring the truck back, it's always comes the issue to get his escrow back, right? So we have that deposit. If the driver does all those things what he's supposed to do, 2 weeks notice, bring the truck back like supposed to be, and if the company didn't give him escrow back or whatever they owe him, we at least giving that $1,000 to him, right? If there is of course, if there's a driver, drive the truck in the middle of nowhere, never gave 2 weeks notice, so then you're probably not gonna get nothing back, because you not did like professional way like it's supposed to be, right? Because this is another thing about us. We're trying to be as much professional as possible, the best in the market, work with the best drivers, work with the best companies, and so it's kind of, if you even didn't give a 2 weeks notice, it's already not professional. Okay, shit happen, if you're communicating, if you're nice and telling like, hey, this and that, I got changes, I found that, for example, you're over the road driver and you found a local driver in your home time, and there is not so much opportunities, and you gotta get this opportunity as fast as possible. It is, we are human, we have to understand. So it's again the communication. So if we can make the deal, it is possible to get even that escrow back if you didn't give a 2 weeks notice, because you explain it what exactly happened, and we are humans and we have to help each other, we have to understand each other, right? So this is probably a little 3-4 things I mentioned, you guys. Of course there is a lot of much more things what we do, and the benefits go to us. So yeah, you already know that what is the trucks and stuff like this. Let's talk about also the pay. The main thing for us to get you a top pay, right? So our pretty much a salary goes from 55 to 60 cents per mile. The 70-80% of our drivers getting a 60 cents per mile, and the others getting 55. It depends on so many things, on your records, on your experience, on your negotiation skills, how you can negotiate the things. It's also depends on you. So but the 60 cents per mile, it is possible. That's what the driver is getting, and and your miles is 2,500, 3,000, 3,200 miles, in the average 2,800. So in the average, you do those 1,500, $1,800 per week. You make those money, and we do another great benefits as a loyal system bonus, miles bonus system. If you did some amount of the miles you reach, you know, being with us, we giving the bonus, for example, which is the biggest benefit, and where you can, you know, increase your salary so much, bringing the other drivers, your friends, to our network, to the companies we work with, and we will pay you $200 for up to $200 every month for the driver you bring. So if you bring the driver and he's working till us, you every month getting a cash flow from it. You can bring as much as you want, as much as you need. So, you know, it goes from up to 200, it can be from 100 to $200. It depends also on the driver, you know, how he's do the thing. So we do a lot of those, you know, systems, how we managing things, how we splitting the bonus and stuff like this. Plus you becoming as a community member, we do a lot of things. It is coming a lot of things. We're still not that big. We're 2 years in the business. I believe in 1 decade we're gonna achieve a lot of things. The main thing is 5 to 10% give to the charity of our revenue. Another thing, you know, like create some opportunities for the drivers. Who's the driver? If they don't want to be any more drivers, you know, come to the offices, work, fleet maintenance, dispatchers, you know, whatever. You know, create those opportunities. So we every day working and trying to improve our business, right? So I'm not gonna waste your time anymore. This is a short, quick video. You know, I don't know how long it took this video, and you know, I hope you like it, and there is gonna be much more videos in the future. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye.